I've been a space nut since I was 9 years old. I got my first telescope at 9, and when I look out at the stars in general, I just have this feeling of wonder and awe. And then when I remember first seeing that deep field image when it was released in the 90s and feeling not only wonder and awe, but this sense of like weak in the knees, so overwhelmed by the magnitude of what I was looking at. And so in the music, what I was trying to do is capture that sparkle of, my God, what are we looking at? What are in our heavens? How large it is, how grand it is, and how vast it is, and how truly small we are in it. To begin with, it starts as a love letter to the Hubble telescope, which was launched in 1990. And in 1995, they captured the deep field image. They pointed the telescope at a completely dark area of the sky to earthbound telescopes. And over 11 days, they captured every photon they could. And you can find this image online. When it's revealed, you see over 3,000 galaxies, not stars, but galaxies, in this tiny sliver of sky. And that inspired me to write this big orchestral work. And it's a 23-minute piece, but in the last 5 minutes, a choir appears and sings. And usually when we do it live, the choir brings the audience. But we had this idea that we would make a virtual choir so that we would invite singers from all over the world to be a part of that last 5-minute chorale. And then we partnered with the Space Telescope Science Institute and 59 Productions, and we made this film, this 23-minute film that takes us from right here on Earth all the way to the deep field image, 13 billion light years away, and at the same time included 8,000 or 9,000 singers from all over the world singing in the virtual choir. So it was this gargantuan project, really with the Hubble telescope as its big inspiration.
Well, the event will take place Saturday, March the 14th, 4 p.m. at Palm Door on 6th. Classical Unlocked presents Eric Whitacre's Deep Field, The Impossible Magnitude of Our Universe with Eric Whitacre. How will this presentation be different? It's reimagined, so what is the difference here?
It's beautiful. So what we did is we keep the journey the same. So all the same images from the Hubble and the journey from here on Earth to our solar system, to our galaxy, to these distant galaxies. But within it now, we've added some written explanations about what exactly you're seeing. So what is this nebula? What is this cluster of galaxies? And then also just a very basic idea to show the scope and scale. How many light seconds or light minutes or light years are we talking about when we see these things? And you start to put it in perspective, and you think that the moon, for instance, is 1.3 light seconds from Earth. That means it takes light that long to travel. And then even just our Milky Way, which is a moderately sized galaxy in a sea of hundreds of billions of galaxies in our universe, our galaxy alone takes 100,000 light years to traverse. Can you imagine? And then I've written a narration to go with the images and the journey. So I'll be speaking live at South by Southwest over the film, and sort of taking the audience on the journey that way as well.
But you won't be alone. You will be joined by astronaut John Grunsfeld, and he's quite instrumental in his own way with this whole story, if you would.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, so John's become a friend over the years, which is very humbling even to say out loud, because he is one of the most brilliant men I know, one of the most accomplished men I know. He's a shuttle mission leader. He went up and made repairs on the Hubble once it was in space. And he's also quite a good amateur musician and just a lover of the arts and of humanities, and he's just a world-class human being. So I'm humbled to be with him. Also on stage with me will be Dr. Kimberly Arcand, who is the head of the Chandra Space Telescope Observatory, and also Frank Summers from Space Telescope Science Institute will also be, all three of them doctors, by the way. I'll be the only non-doctor on the panel, so... to share this with people at South by Southwest. You don't have to be attending South by Southwest or have a badge to attend. You can just show up at the event in this place. And we would love for any Austinites to come out and see it. And I'm going to be meeting people afterwards, so happy to say hello.